has become a dear friend. He's an ambassador for the network marketing profession. He is a person who is humble but is strong. And that's a rare combination. A person that doesn't take himself too seriously, but a person that is filled with wisdom. He can give you some ideas and strategies to be able to improve your life, to get past the limiting belief, to get past your doubts, and to get past your fears. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a big network marketing pro welcome to Mr. Tom Chenault.
Surely make you lose your mind. Life in the fast lane.
Thank you, Eric, so much. Love you, buddy. Wow.
Are you with me so far?
Oh, yeah. Wow. Well, I have never seen more naked people in my life. This is unbelievable. And I know you guys heard a little Jordan Adler old man joke, which was very not funny. So then his sidekick, Richard Brooke, walks up right as I'm about to go on. And I have my jacket off. And he goes, because I wasn't going to wear my jacket. And he goes, "Are you trying to be a supersized Steve Jobs?" Who says that right before somebody's going to go on? I mean, especially after Jeff Roberti, all those people. So, yeah, I am a hot mess. I am 100% sure of that. And another thing that you need to know is I despise slides. But they made me make slides, which was really quite the trick bag for me because I don't even have any clue as to how to do it. So the last day possible, we had to have it done by midnight. And I handed my wife all the slides at 10 o'clock. And she was ready to kill me, so she had to stay up till 2 o'clock in the morning. But it was so funny. I am a recovering alcoholic. I haven't had a drink in 28 years. How about that? We'll get more to that later. But what's so crazy about it is when you're an alcoholic, all you do is move the addiction, right? So when you get invited to speak at one of these deals, you are so nervous. In fact, Eric, he sends me a text or a note that says something about speaking at GoPro. So I read it. I don't believe it. I texted him 4 times going, "I'm going to tell my friends, you have to tell me if it's like I'm going to speak or I'm going to be serving water." And he finally said, "You're actually going to speak." So then I really went into hyper nervousness, and I can't drink. So because I decided to lose like 50 pounds, like Jeff Roberti did, but I have like anorexia dyslexia. So what happens is I'm sitting here doing the slides and I hear about healthy peanut butter cups. So I buy these healthy peanut butter cups. And I'm not trying to do any carbs because they said if you do no carbs, you're going to lose all this weight and you're going to be a hockey stick with hair. So I said, I'll do it. So I have this, so I read the label and it's got carbs in it, but I think just one's not going to hurt. I got done with those slides and I cleaned up my desk. And in that box of 20 that when I started peanut butter cups, there were 4 left. I ate 16 in 2 hours. How about that? So, if you don't think that this is scary stuff, you are so wrong. But it's not as scary as when you first got in this business and you had no idea how to talk to anybody. And all that happens is everything just goes up a little bit, And this is something I didn't have a choice on when I said yes. I didn't have a choice of saying no. But I know there's many times when you've had a chance to do something, even sitting across the room from somebody in a restaurant, where you had the chance to either step across that restaurant and step through the fear, or you just stood still and said, "I'm going to figure it out," and send them a report or do whatever it did, and you stayed where you were. I am begging you to fight through the fear. Fight through it, no matter what. This business is so unbelievably good. It's frightening. You guys that are new are embarking upon something, the ride of a lifetime. But I want to go to something serious. My life's given toward helping recovering alcoholics, addicts, homeless people, things like that as much as I can. And we are a community of people here who are really, really like that. And some dear friends of mine down in Dallas, Texas, a guy named Dallas Frazier and his beautiful wife, Michelle, and their daughter, Jaden Faith, decided to go on Thanksgiving Day to an inner city Dallas church and feed the homeless. And after they got done with that church service and feeding the homeless, they were going home. And on the exit ramp, a guy did not slow down and hit them at 70 miles an hour. Jaden is in a serious coma that she's been in for days here. And all I want you guys to do is, I don't know how you pray, how fast, how slow, but for the next 15 seconds, however you pray, pray harder than that for that little girl to come out of that coma. So let's give it about 15 seconds of like hard prayer. All right, you did it. She's going to be fine. This is serious stuff. Give her a round of applause. Little Jaden Faith Frazier. I can't comprehend that for me or for anybody else. It's troubled me since Thanksgiving Day, and I had to say something. We are happy people here. We are not mean people. The election was something that was absolutely so tough on all of us, because you had these people saying mean things to each other, and at the end of the day, then all of a sudden they're hugging right now, and we're wondering what's going on. We don't roll that way. We love like crazy, then we love more. That's who we are. We are not like this guy. That guy's a bad, bad boy, because he said something about our profession that I didn't like. He said something about my wife I didn't like. And you know what? We're in a profession that people get to do that, and we need to fight back. But we don't fight back with mean words. We don't fight back with any of that stuff. We fight back with love. That's how we fight back. We fight back with being professional, and we fight with getting around people that aren't that way. We get around people like this guy. That's who we love, right? Eric Worre. I always wanted. 20 years ago, I went to Arizona. I'm going to run so out of time. You guys aren't, I don't even know what the hell I even brought these damn slides for. All right. 20 years ago, Eric Worre spoke at like this arena in Phoenix, and I was like a BB on a 4-lane highway. I was so far up, I couldn't see him with binoculars. And I'm going like the guys in the back room about 100 rows back from that. And and they didn't have monitors. It was horrific. And I was so jealous of Eric, and I swore one day I was going to get there, and I wanted to be just like him. And I tried, and I failed so hard to be just like Eric Worre. Because I can't be Eric Worre. I can't be Richard Brooke. I won't fall off this stage. I can't be those people. But I'll tell you one thing right now. I finally figured out that I could become one hell of a Tom Chenault. And the way that you get, here's my iPad, and I thought, see, I am so bad. It's amazing. Oh, yeah, I was going to tell you something else, never mind. Like my wife this morning, the reason my shirt tail's out and I'm wearing blue jeans is because she was so sure that if I wore a suit, my pants would be unzipped and my shirt tail would be out anyway. So that's why I dress like this. So that's pretty cool, isn't it? And she's not up here, so I don't have any help. So here's what's going on. This industry is so easy to pick on because we act like crazed Moonies out there. No offense to you Moonies, but we've got to stop doing that. We can't make product claims. We can't make income claims. We've got to, we hate it when people run network marketing under the bus, but we don't have any problem at all saying to people, oh, your job sucks, your boss sucks, corporate America sucks, everything but what I do sucks. And we wonder why they hate us. Good God, I'd hate us too. Stop throwing up on people. It's a terrible idea. This business is hard. What happened? Everything's delayed. My pants unzipped. So this business is so hard. You fight rejection. You don't make any money, and people just mock you like crazy. That's the dues that you pay to get into this. You have to fail an IQ test. But I want you to understand something. You are not your company. You are not network marketing. Every one of you are you. And every one of you can bring the standards of a professional network marketer to a new level by learning these skills that Eric is trying to teach you and grabbing the bull by the horns and being the change that this industry needs. So now I have to read something, so this is going to be a minute, but I'm telling you, I love this because this is what you go through every day. Theodore Roosevelt, President of the United States many years ago, the New Deal guy, was one heck of an orator. And Brené Brown, I don't know if you guys know who she is, but she's a rock star. She said this: it's not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the woman and the man who is actually in their arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs and comes up short again and again and again. Because there's not effort without errors and shortcomings, but who does actually strive to do the deeds? Who knows the great enthusiasm and the great devotion? Who spends himself in a worthy cause? Who at the best knows that in the end, the triumph of high achievement, and who at the worst, if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls in corporate America. No, I'm kidding. That was a joke. That was a joke. God has an amazing sense of humor. Does that click? No, of course not. I am in the two toughest jobs on earth. That's God's sense of humor. Have you ever tried to get an alcoholic to stop drinking? No, it's impossible. Everything but the alcohol or the drug. Have you ever tried to get somebody into multi-level that wasn't ready? It's exactly the same business. I'm in parallel businesses. It is the most amazing thing in the world. And you know what? It's been the greatest gift. Being an alcoholic was a gift. Being a recovering alcoholic has been a gift. And it has been unbelievable because I've just made both of them a part of my life. I get up every morning at 6:30. I start walking. I walk to my AA meetings and listen to personal development. And then I get to the AA meeting and I stay there for an hour to help the still suffering alcoholic and also remind myself that I'm not half as hip, slick, and cool as my paycheck is trying to tell me I am. And then I walk out of there and I go to the coffee shop about a couple of miles away. And I'm telling you, all that way I'm calling my leaders and I'm calling my leads. I'm not on Facebook. I'm doing exactly what I tell my people to do. And it is absolutely the greatest. By 10 o'clock in the morning, I've got my hard work done, and it is on. That's what I do. So, that's pretty cool, isn't it? What the heck do these slides even say? Okay, good. I have a monitor right in front of me, and I'm trying to read those. Sorry, buddy. This guy here is going, this guy here cannot believe what a whack job I am. I'm so sorry. You need to know something. Until somebody distributes something in your business, they are a customer. Leave them there. Get your agenda out of there. Live in what's in it for them instead of what's in it for you. Instead of hating these people because they never became the distributor or the leader, they called you up for a weight loss product or whatever it is. They didn't tell you they wanted to be a leader. You didn't interview them. And at the end of the day, all they wanted to do was do that. Let them be them. Let them be great where they are. And you won't waste time, and you will not have people mad at you, and you will not be mad at people. That's how you build huge organizations. You interview them, and you find out what they want. And you find out what they don't want. And you find out what makes them tick. You find out the name of their 3 kids, Garrett McGrath, Liam, Victoria, and Philip. You find out what their blood type is. You find out what they don't want to buy. You find out what they do want to buy. And when you call them 3 days later, you sell them what they said they wanted to buy, and you don't bring up what they didn't want to buy, and you're going to be astounded by your results. Love your customers for being customers. Leaders the same way. But here's what you have to remember, and this is so simple and so logical. You've got to be in business to stay in business. Don't forget that. Be the best customer acquirer on the planet. Be the best tour guide on the planet. Be the best talent scout on the planet. But don't jam people into things that they don't want. Ask what's in it for them and what pops their eyes open at 2 o'clock in the morning. Get into their agenda and learn this business. With me, I had a lot of charisma that I thought would carry me to success in network marketing. It only carried me so far, and I had to have these skills of Eric. I had to have them. Plenty of people have skills and no charisma. That's the personal development side that they have to have, that you have to have. So you've got to look in the mirror and get honest and figure out what you don't have and figure out that. So I'm closing with my 12 steps. The 12 steps of AA are what I use for sobriety. Jiminy Christmas. Forget that one, it's already passed. Forget, here's the 12 steps. I am like a train wreck. I am so sorry. What's so funny? Do you know what the guy said in back? He said, is this your first time speaking here? I go, yeah, it's probably my last, and I probably saw the future. I'm not the center of the universe. Other people are. I came to realize that paying attention to other people's lives is the secret to success. I understand that in conversation, it's far better to be interested than interesting. I stole that from Tim Sales. I made a commitment to contact map literally every person I come into contact with each day. I made a conscious decision to move my emphasis from what's in it for me into what's in it for them. I realized the more I contribute to the lives of others, the more that will be given to me. I made a vow that in every meaningful, this is the one. I made a vow that in every meaningful interaction that I have with another human being, that they will leave feeling better about their lives than they did when they got there. Boom! Here are your marching orders. Fire your brain, hire your heart, love like crazy, then love more. I love you. Let's go get them.
Surely make you lose your mind. Life in the fast lane.
Mr. Todd